Hey, Forrest here. Nothing like getting paid. And with ICCU's mobile app, I can deposit checks or accept Zelle payments so the money hits my account fast. I just wish there was an app for mowing the rest of these lawns.
Right now, Lithia Ford of Boise is buying used vehicles. How much you want for the SUV?
I don't know.
Well, Lithia Ford will give you more than that.
How much more?
More than you think.
I'm not thinking anything.
I'm thinking you might get even more than that. See how much more you can get at Lithia Ford of Boise.
When it comes to concrete, we've got you covered. RowPaint.com offers custom concrete coating services for your garage, business, warehouse, and more. And we do it in one day. We are your complete concrete coatings solution.
It's time for the Lithia Ford of Boise Postgame Show from Bronco Nation News. We're breaking down the game with highlights, interviews, analysis, and most importantly, you. Give your thoughts on the game in the YouTube chat or Facebook comments, and we'll include the best ones on the show. Check out LithiaFordBoise.com to view their full inventory of vehicles, or check them out at 8853 West Fairview in Boise. Now let's head out and join BJ Rains for the Lithia Ford of Boise postgame show from Bronco Nation News.
Well, there it is, Boise State fans. The time ticking off the clock. 66-60 the final. And here come the students storming the court after an incredible win for the Boise State men's basketball team. Good for the students getting a chance to storm the court with no incident this year after the issues last year. 66-60 the final. We'll let you soak it in for a minute. We're already at a record crowd. Boise State storming the court, 66-60 final. An incredible night at ExtraMile Arena. We've already surpassed our record viewership, Colin, for a show. We're not even on camera yet. We'll keep this going. Why not? You don't want to see my ugly face on camera. You want to watch the court storm here. Almost 200 people watching this. Max Rice, I'm not sure if John Mallory's out there taking selfies with him or not, but fans wanting selfies. What an incredible performance from Max Rice and the Broncos. Final score, a 66-60. Max Rice, 26 points. And I'm not even sure how to describe what happened down the stretch for Boise State. Selfies with fans on the field or on the court. The confetti is still out there on the court. Big time, brother. The Boise State men's basketball team picking up a 66-60 win. And in my opinion, they're going dancing. Welcome on into the Lithia Ford of Boise postgame show. My name is BJ Rains. We got Colin Mitchell here as well, taking care of a lot of the highlights. We're going to hear from San Diego State coach Brian Dutcher. We got Lamont Butler as well from the Aztecs. We got Leon Rice. We got trio of players with Max Rice, Chibuzo Abo, and Tyson Degenhardt. So get your thoughts in, get your comments in. The chat is already going crazy. We are well over 200 people watching this live right now at 10:17 at night, which is a record for us. So thank you to all of you for checking us out. And how's it feel, Boise State fans? I mean, in my opinion, you guys are going dancing. In my opinion, this team is now locked into the NCAA tournament. I think this team has done enough. They could win at Utah. They could lose at Utah State. They could lose in the first round of the NCAA tournament. I don't think or in the Mountain West tournament. I don't think it matters. I think this team has done enough. They were going dancing to the Mountain West tournament. A sellout crowd, 12,208. They were electric from the start, making noise. And again, this team was down. I go back to my notes here. This team was down. It's just crazy to think about where they were at. They were down 48-57. They were down 9 points with 6 minutes to go. And Najee Smith hits a couple of free throws. You had the technical, there that was called on the flagrant one. Max Rice with a couple of unreal shots. The banked in 3-pointer. I mean, how do you describe that, Boise State fans? Just an incredible finish for Boise State. If you were one of the 12,208 that were here tonight, it lived up to the billing. There was about 2 or 3 days where everybody was talking about the excitement level, what this game could be like if Boise State were to win, that it was going to be a special night, and it delivered. It delivered in a big way. And we're at 250 people watching this right now, which is may not seem like a lot, but on our channels, that is a huge number right now. So appreciate all of you. Keep the chat going. We'll get to all your comments. We'll get to all your thoughts. And again, we got multiple player interviews. We got highlights. We got both. So we're going to hear from both sides, San Diego State and Boise State. And again, big shout out, big thank you to Colin Mitchell, who is here behind the scenes, getting all the work done to get us on the screen. And it's just it's an incredible night. If you're a fan, if you're a follower of Boise State athletics, it doesn't get much better than this. In my opinion, this team just locked up a spot in the NCAA tournament, regardless of what happens down the stretch here. And I don't know how to describe it. This team was down 9 points with about 6 minutes to go. They were down 7 with 5:37 to go. And San Diego State, I don't think scored over the last 4:48 of the game. There was a 2+1. So number 3, I'm reading my notes here, Micah Parrish hit a bucket, got fouled with 4:48 to go, and Boise State was down 60-52. They're down 8 with 4:42 to go. And San Diego State didn't score again. Didn't score in the last 4:48 of the game. Boise State is able to come back and win the game down the stretch. 14-0 run in the final 4:48. Yes, I'll say that again. A 14-0 run in the final 4:48 of the game. Boise State comes back, and Max Rice had most of that himself, right, Colin? I mean, he had the free throw. He missed the free throw, got it back, hit the 3-pointer. We're going to see some footage from Max Rice here in just a second that Colin has put together the run that he was on, and maybe Colin can tell us kind of when this starts. But just an incredible on the first 3-pointer, which was that made it cut it to 4, I guess, 60-50 after the offensive rebound. Yeah. So we'll check on that in a second. But again, keep the ICCU YouTube chat going. We're going to get to your comments. We're in no rush tonight. I'm paying Colin hourly, but you know what? I don't care tonight. So we'll keep it going if we have to. Huge night for Boise State. They're going to the NCAA tournament, in my opinion, and we got all night to celebrate this as Boise State fans. If you're wanting to keep this thing going, I do want to thank Cutwater Spirits. We're broadcasting from the mobile Cutwater Studios here at ExtraMile Arena. Cutwater Spirits, more than 30 flavors of pre-mixed premium cocktails. Pick one up at your local gas station or grocery store. 2 for $7 at your local gas station. So we appreciate Cutwater Spirits. Remember to drink responsibly. Cutwater would feel really good right about now. I wish I had one. Rowpaint.com, our title sponsor for BroncoNationNews.com. They're offering 15% off. That's right, 15% off the interior painting of your home if you use the promo code BNN15. BNN15 is the promo code, and you can get 15% off the interior painting of your home. Lithia Ford of Boise. Even if you don't want to buy from them, they will buy your used vehicle. That's right. I don't know why you wouldn't. I mean, the Raines family, we bought our vehicle. We're very happy with the F-150 that we bought. But if for some reason you don't like the vehicles they have there, you can drive your vehicle in there, and they will still give you a cash offer on the spot at Lithia Ford of Boise. And of course, Idaho Central Credit Union, ICCU.com. You can get more information. More than 500,000 folks have made the switch recently, and you should too. ICCU.com, the mobile e-branch online banking. It's so easy to use. The Raines family is so happy that we made the switch, and I highly recommend you make the switch to Idaho Central Credit Union as well. So Max Rice went on a huge hit that made it 56-60 at that point. He got the offensive rebound, and then here's the one, a crazy play. Max Rice misses it, and then there was a steal, and then back to Max Rice, the bank. Oh, what a shot. Unbelievable 3 there for Max Rice, the banked 3-pointer. The crowd is rolling. That brought it to within 1 point. Max Rice again. Another huge 3 gives Boise State the lead at this point. San Diego State, Brian Dutcher, need a timeout. You had the steal. Well, look at the crowd right here. Max Rice firing him up back-to-back-to-back 3s. Just incredible for Max Rice. And then San Diego State was trying to get something going. Max Rice with the steal. And on this layup, it was pretty much as loud as I have heard ExtraMile Arena in a long time. That put Boise State up 4 with about a couple of minutes to go. But again, we'll just play it again while we talk about Max Rice. The first 3 off the offensive rebound I thought was huge. And then I thought the next 3 that he hit, the banked-in shot off of a missed shot there. Marcus Shaver Jr. steps in. They get the steal after Max Rice, and he just lets it fly, and he banks it in. I mean, it's just meant to be at that point. Just an incredible shot. Unbelievable for Boise State. Max Rice again finishes with 26 points. He was 5 for 8 from three-point range, 9 for 16 from the field in 33 minutes and 50 seconds. He was just incredible tonight. Down the stretch, there he is firing up the crowd, and I thought the steal that he had was a huge play to put Boise State up 4. We were at 300-plus people watching this show right now, Colin Mitchell. It is incredible right now, the support we're getting. So unbelievable shot there from Max Rice down the stretch. I thought he was incredible. And again, Boise State is able to get the win. 66-60 is the final. If you are just checking us out for the first time, we would love to have you download our app, the Bronco Nation News app of daily coverage of Boise State athletics. You can download it at the App Store or Google Play. Maybe we can get David Moats to come on the show here or something. I don't know if we have to get approval or not, but he's over there eating some food. David Moats celebrating the win for Boise State. Big-time win, David. Congrats, man. But again, download the App Store, Google Play, and YouTube as well. If you're watching us on Facebook or Twitter, we highly recommend and ask you to please switch over, download us or subscribe on YouTube. It's free. It's easy. YouTube.com/Bronco Nation News. We would love to have you subscribe to the YouTube channel, Bronco Nation News. YouTube.com/Bronco Nation News is the YouTube channel. And by the way, if you're going to Vegas, join us. Join us Wednesday, March 8th, 7 to 9, the Circa Resort and Casino. We would love to have you stop by. If you're going to the conference tournament next week, we're going to be hanging out, giving some stuff away. Colin Mitchell has agreed to waive his appearance fee. He'll be signing some autographs, taking some pictures of no charge. If you want to come hang out and try to win some stuff, Blue Collar Club's going to be there taking donations. Come hang out. We'd love to meet you guys. Circa Resort and Casino, Wednesday, March 8th for the Mountain West Tournament. Next Wednesday, a week from tomorrow, we would love to see you at the Circa Resort and Casino. We've got interviews from both teams. We've got highlights to get to, but I do want to get to the YouTube chat as well. It is fired up tonight after a big Boise State win. We'll go back to the beginning here and see what we got. Let's see here. Awesome job, Broncos. Can't believe it when San Diego State scored 60. It was 60-52, and we win 66-60. It was an all-time win for Boise State. There's really no way to describe it. To be down the way they were, come back and win. I thought it was just incredible win for Boise State. Quad 1 win, doubters be gone, as Bill said. I think it locks up a spot in the NCAA tournament for Boise State. I really think it does. Spencer says, punch that ticket. Let's dance. I think Boise State is going to the tournament. I really do. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that was the last thing they needed on the resume. Now, 3 quad 1 wins for Boise State. You've got a top 20 win on your resume, and I think that was enough to get it done for Boise State. Chase started laughing when Max Rice banked in the 3. That was an incredible shot, and that maybe thought that something special was about to happen tonight. Let's go. No way he thought that was going in. Chris V just got back from the game. Unbelievable crowd, unbelievable game. Extra Mile was packed and loud. Great job, Bronco Nation. No security this time. Yeah, they let the fans storm the court. As Sam says, that was fun. Was it loud the whole game? Listen to Bob on the radio. Couldn't really tell. It was very loud the whole game. Loud for much of the game. Level or 10 above the last few minutes. Again, a 14-0 run to end the game for Boise State. Just incredible comeback for Boise State. And again, we're going to hear from both teams here. We've got, let's see what else you just sent, the BSU players. We'll get to them in just a second. Let's see, Max Rice, player of the game. Yeah, we have to pick a Matt Boucher Real Estate player of the game at some point here. Fantastic game, great win. Glad to see the seniors go out like that, says Perry. Daniel says, insane win. How about them Broncos? Max Rice is a god. I need to see a highlight of the Max Rice banked 3. Couldn't believe my eyes. Smooth bank shot. We'll play that again here in a couple of minutes. We've played it a couple of times if you're joining us so late. Let's see here. Let's go Broncos. Did anyone watching on TV see BJ standing behind the scorer's table while the refs were explaining the flagrant call? Attaboy, BJ. I mean, what else am I supposed to do? I want to hear what the call was, so I'm going to get up and walk over and stand behind, the guys that were making the calls. So, I wasn't trying to get on TV or anything. I wanted to hear the refs call. I didn't know they were going to put us on TV there, but BJ got some TV time. Hopefully they showed the Bronco Nation News polo right here while I was on TV. But no, court storm, Randy Stevens, no security takedowns. Max has a year left. Yes, he does. It was a great steal by Jace Whiting. Max is coming back. BJ said, I don't really know why Max Rice went out there. He said after the game, you never know. Max Rice is fully expected to come back next year for Boise State, so I'm not sure why he was honored for senior night. But Shaver and Smith gone. Is Mo Silla gone too? No, Mo Silla has another year, but Lucas Milner is gone. But Boise State got down the biggest deficit. San Diego State led this game for 33 minutes and 12 seconds. I mean, that's incredible when you think about it. Boise State only led for 4 minutes and 23 seconds. Boise State kind of stole this game. They were down pretty much the whole game and came back at the end and won the game. It was just a huge win for Boise State. The rebounding is incredible when you think about it. After getting out rebounded by 21 at San Jose the other night, to come back and win the rebounding battle 35-21. Boise State had 14 offensive rebounds. They turned into 17 second chance points. I mean, you got to give Boise State a lot of credit for what they did on the glass. I mean, I heard San Diego State has a 7 a.m. Alaska flight back to San Diego tomorrow. They're going back to the hotel tonight in Boise. Not very happy with how that went and have to get up really early tomorrow, to boat. So, wow, just a big win for Boise State. I got the script early. Yeah, I was trying to. Boise State, Boise bleeping State. That's it. Max Rice cemented his place in program history, one of the biggest wins in school history. You can make a case. I mean, I don't know in this building, number 18 in the AP poll. I don't know how many bigger wins they've had. And maybe Colin, when Nate comes back, we can go ask him. But to number 18, I don't know how many wins they've had in this building better than the number 18 team in the country. That's probably up there pretty high. So huge win for Boise State. They get it done. They get the win. And in my opinion, they cement their spot in the NCAA tournament. We're going to hear from Max Rice, Max Rice, Najee Smith, and Tyson Degenard here shortly. I do want to thank a couple more of our sponsors. Transportation Compliance Service. You looking for a job? How about transcompservice.com? They can help you every step of the way, get you in the trucking industry. If you're looking for a new job, how about becoming a truck driver? Whether it's the big rig on the screen, the Amazon truck in your neighborhood, Transportation Compliance Service can help you out. Transcompservice.com. You can get more information. You looking for new Boise State gear? How about the blueandorange.store.com? The blueandorange.store.com. Free shipping, any order over $40 online, or you can get the second floor there of the Boise Town Square Mall. They got all the NIL shirts, the retro logos, all that great stuff. So the blueandorange.store.com. Check them out. And again, the Boise Town Square Mall on the second floor for the Blue and Orange store. Let's hear from Max Rice. And again, thanks to Colin Mitchell for getting this audio. Max Rice, Najee Smith, Tyson Degenhart after the win.
Max, you can follow if you want, but senior night, and I know Max celebrated it with his family. We'll see what that future is. Najee's not coming back. What's it like to send the seniors out the way you guys did tonight with everything that came with that win?
I mean, that's like, if you could draw up a perfect situation, that was the game. I mean, they made some good stretches. They're a really good team, and I was just so proud of our guys and how we just stayed together, even in those moments when it got super tense. I think we were down 8 at one point in the second half. So proud of how we stayed together, and we just fought through so much adversity. And I'm glad we could send the seniors out the right way, because it's never a good thing to lose on senior night.
Max, with just under 5 minutes left, you get fouled, and that kicks off this inferno-like run. You get fouled, you take it from there. What happened?
Honestly, it's kind of a blur to me at this point. Some of the plays just kind of like meshed together. I banked one in, I think, at one point. My teammates just kept getting me the ball, though. I'm feeding off the energy. I couldn't dream of anything better than this, sending out one of my best friends right here with a huge win that, in my opinion, secures us in the NCAA tournament. And if it doesn't, then there's a lot of things wrong with that tournament, but I think it does. And it was just a great night.
Najee, have you ever seen something like that on the basketball court?
Oh man, that was definitely something special. Just the energy, the fans, the players, just it was historic almost, and it feels like people are gonna be talking about this for a long, long time.
Najee, you've seen Max play a lot of basketball. He's taking over games. I thought the best two teams on the Mountain West were playing today, and I thought Max Rice was the best player on the floor with the best two teams playing. You've seen this kid play ball for a long time. What were your expectations for the type of season you thought he was going to have?
He takes a little bit worse shots than he used to, but it just means so much to me to watch him grow as a player and a person and see how he's evolved and like changed his game to take over games. And I'm just glad that I can be there to help him do it.
Naj, you hit a pair of big three-pointers, big momentum swings. What was it like to ride out those momentum swings as a team and kind of get back into it, climbing back in?
It felt great. It felt like all the fans were behind us. It felt like we got a new wind, and it just was a great surge of energy. It's kind of hard to explain. It's almost like a phenomenon where everyone's just kind of in it all together in one goal.
Last year, you guys won the Mountain West, and the court storming, didn't exactly go as planned. To have the fans come out and celebrate like that, and especially on senior night, what were those couple minutes like for you guys?
It was insane. I wasn't sure if it was going to happen. I had a feeling it would have, but it was just great to see all the fans and all the students and just how happy we were all were. Because the opportunities don't always come around every day, and so we took advantage of it. It was a lot of fun, a lot of pictures taken, a lot of happy fans, happy team.
You guys punched your ticket tonight? Is that the win that you guys needed? Are you guys going dancing?
I think it would be dumb to say we weren't. Just San Diego State's an amazing team. Their net's 15. Every run we made, I feel like they answered it. One of the biggest plays, I think, is when Arap got hurt. I hope he's okay. He had to grab Najee. I think that was a 3 or 4 point possession there. It kind of got us back into the game. But credit them, man. I see why they're where they're at right now. They're battle tested. They throw punches when you throw them, and they come back, and they're a really good team. And I think they deserve a really good seat in the NCAA tournament as well.
How'd you guys flip the switch from the tough loss the other night and seeing at the airport how they, clinched the conference title? And I know the crowd helped you, but how were you guys able in a short amount of time to turn the switch and realize there was still a lot to play for tonight?
Yeah, I think that's just a credit to our team. We knew where we were, what people were saying about us. And one loss doesn't define a team. We responded, and we're going to respond again Saturday. We got another big one Saturday. So we're going to come out and play as hard as we can.
With about 4.5 minutes left, you guys are down 8. We know what happened offensively, it was Max, but defensively, what happened? They didn't score the rest of the game.
It felt like we all kind of just finally came together and said no more. Like we all took it very personal that they weren't going to score, and it credits all of our guys. Just their toughness showed through that they were just battling and battling.
All right, we're going to cut it there. If you want to see the rest of it, we got a special guest here. So if you want to see the rest of that, you can go on and we have the full interview up on our YouTube channel. Again, we're going to hear from Brian Dutcher. We're going to hear from Leon Rice. We're going to hear from Lamont Butler, I think. But we got Brock Rice, the brother of Max Rice, the son of Leon Rice, one of the sons. But you were still in the arena. You were walking by. You said, "Can I come on?" I said, "Sure, why not?" So what was it like tonight to see your brother Max Rice score 26 points and hit some of those crazy shots?
That was special, man.
There we go. Hold on. There we go.
Up. There we go.
There we go.
To say the least, man, it was special, honestly. I was talking to a lot of the guys in the back that are they've been here around the program for a long time, and one of the things we were talking about is like that was one of the most special environments that Boise State's ever seen. And for the last, we've been here the last 13 years or whatever, and I've never seen anything like that. And just to see Max be able to kind of have his moment and make some plays where, it was pretty special to say the least, man. It was like, you beat a top 25 team, you storm the court. How else do you write it better for a senior night?
Unbelievable. And you've been obviously following this program for a long time with your dad and then your brother, not both your brothers being on the team. Does this win put them, are they dancing now? Does this win put them in?
I think so, man. If you look at the statistics of it and kind of break down everything from a logistical perspective, you're looking at a team that's unquestionably been able to put themselves in a position to make the tournament. And now it's just kind of a special opportunity because when you look at the thing from an overview perspective, you got an opportunity to just kind of go out and play free and let Max and Tyson and do these things where they just kind of can, be the player they are without having to stress about making the tournament. But I think it's, at a place where we're feeling really confident and being able to make that tournament and, go out and play in the conference tournament with, a little bit of freedom and go make some things happen without having that weight on your shoulders of not making it.
I mean, down 7 or 8 with 4 minutes to go, and then to see what your brother did, man, hitting, banking in the three, the other three, then stealing it and making the layup. I mean, what's that like as a brother, man? I mean, this guy came in as, he's only on the team because his dad's the coach, and now he's an all Mountain West type player, and to see him win a game like that, what's it like as a big brother, man?
No, it's special, man. I'll be honest, it's really special. And you know what? I'll send you something that you can share with Bronco Nation News as kind of an exclusive drop. But I cut up a little piece. Obviously, I have the media company, and we cut up a piece for Max that showed kind of his journey through Boise State. But really just, to be honest with you, man, I don't think Max gets the respect that he's due because of the fact that when you look at this situation as a whole, it is unparalleled to be a coach's son and have to take on the responsibility of showing up for a team and delivering every night and doing these things. And Max has been one of the most exceptional players I've ever seen in my life at committing to his role. Max the other day was saying, like, he was talking to me and he's like, hey, it's pretty crazy what I've done of going from a player that wasn't one of the leading scorers in the league to all of a sudden, putting up these kind of numbers. And I was like, look, dude, it's not about your ability. It was never about your ability. It was about the fact that back then you were committed to doing what Leon was asking of you.
Yeah.
And it's so true. It's like he deserves the highest level of respect, not only for what he's done as a player, but to then turn around and do what he's doing this year when people aren't even giving him the respect he's due for the injuries. And
oh
things.
My gosh. Yeah.
I mean, the toughness, dude. Like, I mean, that's my brother. I'll be biased, but I'll tell everybody right now, nobody was harder on this dude over his whole life than me. Like, trust me, if you guys want to
see. Can you still take him one-on-one, though?
Nah, I don't know now, man. Ever since this inside game got developed, I'm honestly not sure. This dude is just he's a stud, man. And it's honestly inspiring to me because it's such a testament to what everybody should really see, which is this dude is living his dream. And he's just committed to being excellent in what he does. And it's pretty special, man, especially like a night like tonight when dudes is showing up and making every shot that he puts up when that little run there. I mean, it's pretty special.
Now, I've known you for a long time. I've actually flown on a plane where you were the co-pilot, and we got back safely.
Yeah,
so
yeah, I'm reliable. That's what I like to see.
I put my life in your hands, man. But for your dad too, man. I mean, he's had his detractors over the years, and obviously the last couple of years there haven't been able to be many of those. But
right.
To see the confetti out here on the courts, and maybe maybe not going to be the back-to-back Mountain West champions this year. I mean, there's still a sliver of hope if San Diego State loses on Saturday. Yeah. But just to see what they did last year, to lose who they did, to back it up this year. Your dad, obviously, he faces some scrutiny. I mean, the Boise State basketball coach, one of the highest, paid state employees in this state. It's a big deal.
Right.
I know it's part of the job, but what's it been like to see your dad build this program, deal with some of the negativity, and now get to a point where it looks like they're going to back-to-back tournaments here?
Yeah, no, man. I mean, I think it's like all a testament to who he really is. At the end of the day, it's an interesting thing because I don't think many people have the perspective that like I have as far as just like being in the heart of it and seeing everything. But, it's interesting when you look at the collegiate world as a whole, like there is not very many people doing it the right way. You know what I mean? And I've talked to a lot of guys about that, but I just think, as I get older and older and I'm able to develop more of a grown relationship with my dad, it's pretty special to see the kind of guy he really is. You know what I mean? As far as just like doing everything the right way and taking care of his people. And, this is one of the things that I had a massive perspective shift on when I went to my university and played for my coach. Not every program is doing the things you do to build a family. And that is like one of the most valuable things I could ever speak on is like, I went to a program where we don't even talk to our teammates anymore. But, in this program, this is your family. This is the people that you love and you build with and you remember this forever. And the guys will talk to each other forever. So honestly, it's pretty special, man. And I didn't have the perspective I have until now to fully understand what he does here. That's so incredible. But, to have my brothers on the team and to have him winning at the caliber he wins and, in him, he's another connection of Max where it's like, hey, at some point it's like, okay, give the respect where it's due. Like,
sure,
this dude wins. You know what I mean? How many coaches in the country are winning 20 plus games a year?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How many guys are delivering? And I mean, you've seen it time and time again, but how many environments are like that? I mean, Cody, one of the ADs, he was like, dude, I've been to every program. I've been all over the country, everywhere. I've never seen anything like it. Like the only thing that comes close is like Kansas. You know what I mean? And that says a lot to me as guys who have the perspective to be able to say like, look, dude, that was incredible. You know what I mean? That was something like I've never seen before.
People are loving the interview, man. They're loving hearing from you. And obviously you got a unique connection with both your brothers on the team, your dad as a coach. I mean, what's this like for you? I mean, you're I don't know if you ever had the chance to come walk on. You obviously played a little bit. Was it Northwest Christian, right? I mean,
Bushnell now.
Okay.
Yeah, we played these guys.
Yeah.
Ask Leon how that went. We should have walked out with a win.
Did you score in this arena?
I did. I had 11.
Okay,
or I think maybe 9 or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Actually, I can't remember.
Give this guy the respect he deserves.
Yeah.
Man.
No, man. Maybe I don't deserve that.
They're loving the tattoo. The
oh, good.
there,
yeah. No, I'm very different than the other brothers. That's for sure. I'm what we call the black sheep in the family. But it's cool, man. I mean, to speak to
why did Max, by the way, go out there for senior night? He's coming back next year, right?
Honestly, he it's open. Like, and I think maybe Max wouldn't say this. I'll say it. Like, unless, a Boise State, or now you're dealing with the NIL and you're dealing with these programs where the NIL can be such an advantage for a university, but they need to give the respect to the players that deserve it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have these sellout gyms if you don't have the Tyson Degenharts and the Max Rices and the Buzos. You know what I mean? And so it's about.
So you're saying he's transferring to Gonzaga?
Call Mark Few. No, I think Max and honestly even Leon to this level, like, we love Boise, and these dudes are. I mean, I'll tell you point blank, you will not come across, and I've done business with some of the biggest in the world. You will not come across a guy more loyal than Leon Rice. I'm telling you right now. And so at the end of the day, it's like these guys want to ride for this program and stuff, but this is a business. And at the end of the day, you're going to evaluate like, hey, what are they going to bring to the table? How much do they value me? And how bad do they want to keep me a part of this?
Come on, we're going to see Max back. You could say all that, but we're going to see Max back on the court next year.
No, we will, unless, you get a program coming on, handing them $500,000.
Mark Few was right here in the crowd tonight. No, but man, appreciate you. Been great to chat with you. People are loving the interview. Man, awesome. Tell folks what you got going on, man. You're an entrepreneur. You're a businessman. What are you doing these days?
Honestly, that doesn't even matter, man. This is about Boise State basketball, and I think it's just exciting to get involved in what's happening here. I'm just really excited to be a part of it and be able to see this thing play out. And honestly, like what we touched on earlier is like, that's my biggest thing right now is being able to watch my brother live his dream. Cause like people don't even know this dude used to get his ass beat every day. And I'm talking about beat up. And now he's just in a spot where like, it's such an inspiration to me. It's such an inspiration to all the people I talk to, but it's like, it's just so profound to watch him be able to do what he's committed to in a way that we never thought was even possible, to be honest. Like when we look back, like this is and I just heard Jay, Tuss say this on his little broadcast. It's like we forget this dude is a local Idaho basketball player.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Look at the games he's getting 25 plus in. You know what I mean? It's such a reflection of who he is, and honestly, just the level at which he's able to grind.
Well, like I said, man, I put my life in your hands, man. We were coming back from the Air Force game last year, and this guy got us back on the ground safely. So
yeah, I'm a pilot, and we've gone up in the numbers, so I love that.
We have actually more people are on watching than they were before, but we got record viewership. But seriously, man, congrats for both your brothers, for your dad, Coach Rice. 100%. It's been a long 13 years here, and to see where this family's at now, man, I don't think there's any doubt at some point this is going to be the Rice family court here at ExtraMile Arena.
As it should be.
What your family has done and kind of cemented your legacy here for your dad, your brothers, yourself. Obviously, we got to give Robin some love as well.
Yeah, she gets all the love. She managed this whole trick and pony show. Honestly, it's what Boise State basketball and what this program should be about is just the family side of it. Like, I mean, you can go to all the biggest programs across the country and you're not going to get a lot of value out of a lot of these things that people put a high value and high ticket on. But at the end of the day, like, you look around this arena like tonight, dude, I've never seen more people bought into anything in my life.
It was incredible.
It was incredible.
Were you storming the court too?
Dude, I jumped over the bench. I'm coming over the back. I'm like, I don't care what anybody says. I'm coming crazy. I'm standing on the thing.
And kudos to the security guards tonight. They kind of let it go.
Yeah, we learned our lesson. we learned our lesson. We saw that play out wrong one time.
Well, appreciate you, man.
All right, brother.
Congrats to the family. Awesome. Appreciate you
Cheers,
coming on.
Bronco Nation.
And there you go, Brock Rice. Appreciate as always him coming on. And hey, if you're looking for a new dentist, how about Boise Boise Dentistry Co. We can help you out. BoiseDentistryCo.com. Full family dentistry. And again, we're going to hear from Leon Rice, Brock's dad. We're going to hear from the San Diego State coach, Brian Dutcher, as well. So we got a lot to get to here still on the postgame show. Hopefully you're in no rush to get out of here, because we're not. We got a lot still to get to. It's going to be a late night here, but we got a lot still to get to. And again, if you're looking for a new dentist, BoiseDentistryCo.com. Full family dentistry. They can help you out. 5 locations in the Treasure Valley. Find a location near you. BoiseDentistryCo.com. You're looking for business insurance? How about United Commercial Insurance? 229-8222, UnitedCommercialInsurance.com. They can help you out every step of the way. Business insurance. And again, United Commercial Insurance, they have policies available in 44 states around the country. So if you're looking for a business insurance, if you own a business or help out with it, check them out, UnitedCommercialInsurance.com. Ridley's Family Markets, ShopRidley's.com. They got 13 Idaho locations. That's right, ShopRidley's.com, 13 Idaho locations, ShopRidley's.com. They got that new app. Go download the new app at ShopRidley's.com, the Ridley's app. It's a great app, and I highly recommend it. You get savings up to 40% at your local Ridley's Family Markets. Let's hear from Brian Dutcher, the San Diego State coach. Actually, let's hear. Nice job, Brock. Let's see. Everybody, go hit that like button. Rice Family Court. Great idea. It's the Brock effect. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. He was kind of just, he was heading out, and I said, hey, man, you want to come on the show? We'd love to have you. So low ego, high character. Max needs a BNN gig for next season, extra Vegas reporter. Yeah, we can NIL deal or something. Maybe we can make it happen. But yeah, appreciate Brock's Rice for coming on. BNN needs a Max Rice NIL deal. My wife says hopefully she's paying for it if she's suggesting it. But incredible interview. Brock has a future in sports reporting. Wow, he is composed for sure. Feels natural in front of the camera. Let's see. Can we get Brock on staff? Great interview. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. We appreciate everybody for checking on. Let's see. That tat sleeve was legit. Super cool to get this interview. How awesome to be able to talk to you about your family after a game like that. Awesome stuff. What a great interview. Max Rice Bowl, LOL. Max Rice. Yeah, that was fun. That was a fun interview. He was just hanging out, getting ready to head out. And I was like, hey, man, you want to come on the show? So, so happy for you and your family, Brock. So rooting, as my wife said, let's see here. Yep. Let's see, 8 or 9 make our history. Bronco Nation showed up tonight. Let's hear from Brian Dutcher. We still got Leon Rice to go. We got highlights to get to, but I had a chance. I went over after the game. Everyone was still storming the court. I went into the locker room and talked to Brian Dutcher, the San Diego State head coach. Let's hear what the San Diego State head coach, Brian Dutcher, had to say after Boise State ends the game on a 14-0 run and wins the game 66-60.
Full house, raucous crowd. And we played pretty good for 3/4 of the game. But with 5 minutes to go, Boise stepped their game up, and it all started like we showed them in tape multiple times. Boise seems to have a knack for getting a missed free throw and to create a play to win the game. And they got one in San Jose, but Max missed a floater. They got one against us, and he made a 3, and it changed the momentum of the game. And I told the team at the end of the game, sometimes in basketball, you don't get what you deserve. Tonight, we got what we deserved. We didn't execute down the stretch. When we did get stops, we didn't get rebounds. When we got rebounds, we turned it over on outlet passes. And then we ran 2 set plays that we didn't execute and turn the ball over on it. So we got exactly what we deserved. And part of that's on us, but part of that's credit to Boise and well-coached Leon Rice team that came away with a big win for themselves today.
What is it about this team that, you seem to get yourself in position to win? And, in New Mexico, you pulled it out, but just those last few minutes seems to struggle.
Yeah, I mean, it's just execution. Now, obviously, we've won close games. One at Fresno in a close game, one at New Mexico in a close game. We've won one-possession games. So you always remember the ones you lose. So like I said, we're the only team in the conference with a winning record on the road. So we're 7-2, and they haven't lost a home game in conference. So this was a tough task. So we put ourselves in a position to win, but we didn't close. They did a better job down the stretch, and that's why they got the victory.
I mean, Max banked in that one shot. I mean, I know it was a 14-0 run to end the game, but just how did it switch that quickly at the end of the game like that?
Just that momentum 3, and then second chance opportunities. We forced misses. They got a ton of offensive rebounds, and then turnovers. I mean, we turned it over on an outlet where we looked like we had a stop and fast break the other way. It turned into a turnover in a basket. We ran a set play 2 times in a row and didn't execute, and it was a turnover layup and a turnover. So execution is everything. So We have to do a better job down the stretch. I've said from the start, we have a really good team, but we're not good enough to win if we don't play well. Some teams are good enough to win even if they don't play well because their talent is so good. We're talented, but we have to play well to win, and we didn't play well enough down the stretch to get a win.
You mentioned rebounding. In the first game, you controlled the boards pretty well. They had a huge offense. I think it was 17-5 on second chance points.
Oh, yeah, they were great on the glass. Like I said, they pursued the ball. In the first half, a lot of it was the floor was so spread, and so when a guy missed a shot, there were only 2 guys in the basket, so it was tough to gang rebound because you're extended trying to take away the three-point shot. They drive in and miss a shot, and they got a couple over Darion when he caused a miss, and the point guard, Shaver, got it back on him. So the second half, I thought we did a better job trying to run in there and get a few, but sometimes the run-in rebounds are the hardest ones to get. That's when the ones they got where Najee's on the perimeter, Degenhardt's on the perimeter, and they're running in from 20, 30 feet out, and that's a hard one to get a box out on a guy. Sometimes it's just finding an angle and pursuing the ball, and they did a good job of getting those.
How much of a difference did Shaver make, I mean, for you guys between the 2 games, having him back tonight for them?
Oh, come on. I mean, Shaver's been a go-to guy for him for years and years, so he's a magnificent player, and obviously they're better with him. He's a starting guard for 3 years for him, and he's integral to everything they do, so it was important to have him back. And with that being said, Max Rice had 26, played really well, and Degenhardt was himself, steady, so their offense is Rice and Degenhardt, and everybody else plays off them. Najee hit some open threes, where we helped and pitched out, so everybody contributed for Boise. It was a good team effort for them today.
I mean, they were last 4 in, according to Jill, and already coming into the game here. Is that an NCAA tournament team over there?
Yes. I mean, we should have 3 or 4 or 5 teams in this league in the NCAA tournament. Now, what the committee does, Nevada, Utah State, Boise, San Diego State are all really good teams, and they're all in the top of the metrics. So we should all be in the tournament. So what happens at Selection Sunday, who knows? But this is a really good conference with a lot of really good teams.
AG?
He got hit in a bad place.
Oh, so that's all.
That was it. Yeah.
Nothing worse.
Yeah, so that was it. So that's why he was able to come back. It wasn't a hip or anything. It was just getting hit in the wrong place at the wrong time.
How much did the foul trouble hurt your rotations with AG and Lamont? I mean, I know you have a lot of depth, but when you got down in the stretch, it was kind of different.
Yeah, I thought our rotations were good. Like I said, it was we had our biggest lead with like 5 or 6 minutes to go, a 9-point lead, and we didn't close. Turnovers and second chance shots and momentum shifted in a full house building, and that's always tough to turn it back. You have to make plays to turn it back, and we didn't make enough plays to turn the momentum.
Well, there he is. I actually kind of like Brian Dutcher. I mean, I don't say kind of like him. I like him a lot. I think he's a stand-up guy, and I think he's very complimentary to the opponent. So I actually like their coach, Brian Dutcher. It's Keaton says, wow, this guy seems like a good guy. It's amazing how vividly he remembers these moments. As much as I dislike San Diego State, got to respect Brian Dutcher, solid and respectable coach, giving credit where it's due. I don't like San Diego State, but this guy speaks honest. Dutcher is a good interview. So, this is only possible that we can have, I think I don't like to toot our own horn, Colin, but I think we were the only outlet tonight that had 2 reporters here. So we were able to have Colin in the Boise State locker room. I was able to go over to the San Diego State locker room and get that. So that is part of what we're able to do tonight because of your subscriptions, because of our sponsors. We really thank all of you because we're able to get over there and get both Brian Dutcher and Leon Rice on both ends of the court. Lamont Butler, it was only a minute. We only got 3 minutes, but Lamont Butler, what did he finish with tonight? Lamont Butler was 1 for 4 from the field. He only had 4 rebounds, and he had 3 points. But here's Lamont Butler from San Diego State on the loss.
What you just had 3 days ago in New Mexico to you guys don't score in the last 5 minutes for 4 minutes a game.
Disappointing. We wanted to come in here and win the championship solely tonight. But we didn't make enough plays at the end of the game to do it, and credit to them, they did.
14-0 run for them to end the game. You guys were 7 with like 4 minutes to go. I mean, what changed there? How did it change so fast?
They made some big-time plays. A lot of Rice, he hit some big threes. They got a bunch of offensive rebounds. So credit to them. Like I said, they did their job, and we didn't.
What is it about this team that maybe sometimes you guys are really, really good, and sometimes you just get to the last few minutes of the game and things just don't go well?
Just concentration. I think we just got to concentrate better at the end of the games. We're capable of it. We just seen there's been games, like you said, that we were really good at the end of the game. So we just got to concentrate for longer periods of time, especially down the stretch, and we can win out.
Well, there you go, Lamont Butler. And again, San Diego State still has a chance to clinch. They've already clinched the #1 seed, but now Boise State still alive. I mean, going into the final day of the regular season, Boise State is only 1 game back of first place with 1 game to play. So if you would have said before the season started that Boise State would go into the final day of the regular season still alive for a Mountain West championship, I think a lot of fans would have taken that. So props to Boise State. I think that's a huge accomplishment, that the fact that, again, you're going into the final day of the regular season, you're still alive for first place. It still looks unlikely. Boise State's going on the road to Logan. San Diego State's at home against, a Wyoming team that is undermanned, obviously. But to go into the final day still alive in the regular season, I think is a big accomplishment for Boise State. Again, 66-60 the final. 26 points for Max Rice. He had 14 points from Tyson Degenhart, 10 for Najee Smith, 9 for Marcus Shaver Jr., 5 for Chibuzo Abo. Let's see what the bench had. I guess Chibuzo Abo counted for the 5 bench points tonight, but he came off the bench. Good for Leon Rice, by the way, starting the 5 bench players. And we're going to ask Nate Lowry, the outstanding SID for Boise State, number 18. Nate Lowry. When was the last time there was a win over a team 18 or higher in the AP poll? For the biggest win over the AP in the AP is since 1998. At home or road, doesn't matter. At home. Can you write that down or make sure we have that for sure? It sounds like the biggest home win. You said 1998. The biggest home win since 1998, according to the great Nate Lowry. That's incredible for Boise State, and we're going to try to lock that up. But again, 1998, Washington, I believe it was. That's the biggest home win in terms of San Diego State being number 18 in the top 25 this week. So just an incredible win for Boise State. We're still going to hear from Leon Rice. We got a lot to hear from him as well. He actually just walked by us a few minutes ago, so don't go anywhere. We got a lot to get to with Leon Rice. Hey, we'd love to have you. $1.35 a week, $70 for the year. We'd love to have you subscribe, and we'll throw in a Blue and Orange Store gift card if you subscribe to Bronco Nation News. $70 for the whole year. It's $1.35 a week or $6.99 a month. But if you go up for the year subscription, we'll throw in a Blue and Orange Store gift card. We'd love to have you. Again, $70 for a whole year of help us support our coverage and our live shows here at BroncoNationNews.com. We got a golf tournament coming up June 2nd. And again, we're going to hear from Leon Rice here momentarily. But June 2nd is the Bronco Nation News Golf Tournament, the 2nd annual. And Coach Rice, I think, is going to attend. We're working on finalizing that, but I think Coach Rice is going to be able to attend. Coach Duryea, Coach Burns, Coach Moats, a lot of the coaches, maybe even a Tyson Degenhart. We'll see what happens. RJ Keene, we're working on some player NIL deals as well. But June 2nd is the 2nd annual Bronco Nation News Golf Tournament. Hope you can attend. BroncoNationNews.com. Click on the golf tab, and you can get more information. We'd love to have you sign up at BroncoNationNews.com. Let's thank Matt Bauscher. Bauscher Real Estate, the #1 ranked realtor in the Treasure Valley. He came on our morning show this morning. He was fired up for the game. The #1 ranked realtor in the Treasure Valley is Matt Bauscher. Bauscher Real Estate. No home is too big or too small for Matt Bauscher and his team. BauscherRealEstate.com. Do we have Leon Rice in here yet? I don't think I have that sent to me yet. We would love to play Leon Rice. But again, Boise State again. And by the way, if you're going to Vegas, again, another next Wednesday, a week from tomorrow, we'd love to see you at Circa Resort and Casino. If you're going to the conference tournament, come hang out Wednesday, March 8th. We would love to have you join us. And March 8th. Next Wednesday in Vegas for the conference tournament. We got some giveaways. Blue Collar Club's going to be taking donations. We would love to have you in Las Vegas next week as we celebrate, where Boise State is at and what's ahead here in the conference tournament. But again, Boise State, and again, we're still at record viewership. We're going on 50 minutes here. It's only 11:02. I guess the positive thing tonight, Colin, is it was a 7 o'clock start, not an 8:30 or a 9 o'clock start. I look up, it's only 11:02. We got a full story to write. We got a lot going on tonight, but we're in no rush tonight. 66-60. Boise State punches their spot in the NCAA tournament. And again, I hope you guys enjoyed that Brock Rice interview, because we just talked to Robin Rice as she was walking by. You got Leon Rice, but great win for Boise State, 66-60. And again, we're going to hear from Leon Rice. Let's make sure we took care of all of our sponsors before we hear from the Boise State head coach. I think we did. I think we're good on the sponsors. Go download our app, by the way, if you want to download our app. We want to hear from Leon Rice, but go download our app in the App Store, Google Play. We would love to have you download our app. It's free. It's easy. And while you're at it, subscribe on YouTube. A lot of you guys are watching on Twitter. You're watching on Facebook. Get over to YouTube, youtube.com/Bronco Nation News, or just search Bronco Nation News in your YouTube search. Go ahead and download, subscribe. It's easy. It's free. Literally takes like 3 seconds. Subscribe for free on YouTube. We'd love to have you. And it'll be easy and free. And then that way, moving forward, you can get notified when all of our broadcasts go live. And we'd love to have you on our YouTube channel as we continue to build that. But again, thanks to Cutwater Spirits. More than 30 flavors of premixed premium cocktails. You can get yours at your local gas station or grocery store. Rowpaint.com. 15% off your interior painting of your home if you use the code BNN15 at rowpaint.com. Lithia Ford of Boise will buy your used vehicle. That's right. They will buy your used vehicle. Even if you don't buy from them, they'll make you a cash offer on the spot at their location there on Fairview Avenue. You can get more information at lithiafordofboise.com and Idaho Central Credit Union, ICCU.com. They're mobile e-branch online banking is so easy to use. We're so thankful for Idaho Central Credit Union. Make the switch today. And if you're looking for a new job, how about Transportation Compliance Service? Transcomservice.com. And again, we're going to hear from Leon Rice momentarily. We're getting that loaded into the system, but transcomservice.com. Looking for a new job? Look no further than transcomservice.com. The blueandorange.store.com. They get you free shipping any order over $40. That's right, free shipping any order over $40 online at the Blue and Orange Store. You can get go in store there at the blueandorangestore.com and get all the NIL gear and all that stuff there at the second floor of the Boise Town Square Mall. We got a lot of comments coming into the ICCU YouTube chat. Seems like a good dude. I think all right, sorry about that. I was gone for a couple of seconds. I was trying to comment on some of the comments that were coming in, but let's see what else we got here. Folks, we're talking about Broncos. Max King, Bronco Rice, so clutch today. What a performance. Dutch is my favorite coach, not named Leon. Let's see here. Dutcher is a great dude. Seems like a good dude. Nice guy with a heck of a voice. Wow, this guy seems like a good dude. I agree. If we didn't have Leon, I would like to have him. Dutch is my favorite coach, not named Leon. Did we win the turnover battle? Let's see. The Boise State had some bad turnovers. They finished with 14, and actually San Diego State only finished with 12. So 14-12 was the turnover battle tonight. Boise State loses that by 2, but that's okay. Dutcher is right. 4 teams should be in the tourney. Dutcher is a class act. I just hate San Diego State fans. I really like Brian Dutcher. I think he's a great coach, and I think he does a good job, and he's a very positive speaker. So, yeah, I really like to we got it was only a couple of seconds. We were back. Chill out. When do the basketball cards go on sale? They should be this week. Remember, we came up just short against number 5 San Diego. So, yeah, that was on signing day. It was an 8:30 p.m. game. I remember that. It was like a 17-hour day. I remember that. It was a long day, and there was a buzzer beater and then by San Diego State, and then Derek Marks missed a shot at the buzzer, and that was a number 5 San Diego State. Almost went down in this building. Just bought a subscription to BNN. So happy to have you. Hey, thank you, Chef Daddy. I appreciate that so much. We will be in contact. We'll check your email. Send me an email, rains@bronconationnews.com, and we will get you a Blue and Orange Store gift card or a round of golf at Timberstone, whatever you would prefer. We'll throw a T-shirt your way as well. So thank you so for so much. For those going to Vegas, give Circa a shot. Incredible sportsbook. I left with a fatter wallet tonight. There you go, Nate. Hope you enjoyed the sportsbook stadium swim as well. Hopefully put the game on for you. But yeah, it was a lot of fun out there. Let's hear from Leon Rice. I think we've named all of our sponsors. Again, Lithia Ford of Boise Postgame Show, RoPaint.com, ICCU, all of our great sponsors. We're so thankful for our sponsors. We're trying to get subscriptions for our website and things like that. But this show is on YouTube, it's on Twitter, it's on Facebook. It's free of charge to all of you, and we're so thankful for all you guys. So Mark Ziegler, the San Diego Union Tribune newspaper, we're going to try to get him maybe to jump on for a few minutes. But first, let's hear from Leon Rice, Boise State's head coach. They win the game 66-60. What a comeback. Here's Leon Rice.
14-0 run to end the game like that. I mean, how do you explain the last 4 minutes there?
I don't know that. But first of all, let's just start from, that was a heck of a team that we hung in there with and found a way at the end. I mean, there were so many possessions where I thought we guarded them pretty darn good. They just got tough veterans that are shot makers, you know? I mean, there was a few times where you're like, holy cow, there's not much more we can do on that one. And, you know, and it was over and over again. They got their record is their record, their ranking is their ranking for a reason. That's a great basketball team. And what a credit to our guys to just hang in there, never get their heads down, and, you know, just kind of keep getting themselves up off the ground. And every run they made, we tried to, counter, and just made enough big plays down the stretch. And, our guys did a great job of battling them on the glass. And, one of the big strengths of their team is how many guys they have. And they, I subbed Tyson for 1:30, and he's banging against, some of the elite rebounders in the country and some of the toughest guys and strongest guys and really, really good players. And, but a credit to our guys. They just keep fighting and keep getting themselves up, getting themselves back in the fight and competing. And, what a amazing atmosphere. Maybe the loudest I think it's ever been in here. And it certainly helped our guys because, like I said, when you don't have a lot of subs, that kind of energy keeps you going. And it was a magical senior night. You couldn't script a better senior night for those guys to get that win and to go out and play their last game here that way.
When the fans rushed the court, you kind of stood off to the side and took it in. What was that like to witness, knowing how far those programs come?
Oh yeah, it was an amazing moment because, like I said, there's some recency bias, but I don't remember a better win in here. We just beat a heck of a team. That team can beat anyone, and they have, and they're playing great. You saw it. They got a lot of veterans, a lot of shot makers. I mean, they don't have. Find me a weakness. I can't. We proved that we can. But like I said, a credit to our guys to just keep fighting and keep competing, and because we have a lot of respect for that team, and we went toe to toe with them and hung in there and found a way at the end.
A couple of huge shots from Max. Obviously the banked three, and the steal and the layup. And what can you say about him down the stretch there?
Well, the best thing about him is he's a winner, and he finds ways. And when things aren't going good, he finds a way. When things are going great, he finds, he just does whatever the team needs and whatever. He was not going to let us lose. He just wasn't, and somehow got it done against a great defensive team. Sometimes I scratch my head and wonder how he gets it done, but he finds a way.
What were Leon Rice's expectations for Max Rice going into the season? Was it an all-league, maybe player of the year caliber type of player, Leon, for this kid?
I think he's one of those guys you can underestimate, especially going through some of the health things that you have. You're like, just physically, can he do it? And he just always surprises you. You can never measure a guy's heart and the intangibles and the winning things that get done, but they're so valuable to a team. and he's willing to do anything to help his team win. And whatever that is, he'll find a way to do it. And it's even by a guy that's watched him his entire life. You keep challenging him, he rises up to it. You keep underestimating him, he proves you wrong. And that's been his whole life. He's always been that way.
I will cut it there. We got if you want to hear the rest of Leon Rice, that's available on the YouTube channel, Bronco Nation News YouTube. Go check that out. I'm going to make sure we turn on Mark Ziegler here. But Mark Ziegler, one of the best in the business, the top Mountain West reporter, San Diego Union Tribune. You can follow him on Twitter. You can read him online. Does an amazing job covering the Mountain West, and he's got a 7 a.m. flight here in about 8 hours, along with the San Diego State Aztecs team. By the way, what is Jordan wearing over there? The Spirit. Get us a picture of that before we. What I don't know what that is, but I just noticed Jordan was wearing some weird thing. But 14-0 run to end the game for Boise State. We wanted to get the perspective of the San Diego State perspective. And again, Mark, you do a great job covering San Diego State. I know they'd already clinched the number 1 seed. They had celebrated in the last game. But to be up like they were, up 8, I think, with 4 or 5 minutes to go and give this game away, what were your thoughts tonight?
Well, I like to say I hadn't seen it before, hadn't seen it coming, but this has kind of been the story of this team, unfortunately, is they play very, very well in certain stretches of the game. They're very good on the road. They make tough shots, big shots, but they're just not very good in the last few minutes of games. And it's a weird thing because they're a veteran team. It's a veteran staff. And I go to practices. They practice this all the time. They practice against presses. They practice situations. And they can because they're such a veteran team. That they kind of have all the other stuff dialed in, and they just I think it's getting into their head now because this is how they lost against Creighton last year, up 9 with 2.5 minutes to go, lost in overtime. They lost to Arkansas this year in the Maui Invitational, up 4 with 15 seconds left and made a couple of dumb plays. They should have lost the other night at New Mexico. They were up 4 with 20 seconds, inside 20 seconds to go, fouled the guy on a 3-point shot, then turned it over against the press and gave up a layup. But they made a 3-pointer to win it. So everyone forgets about that. They were ahead late against Nevada when they lost at Nevada. And so this is just like the one issue with this team. They kind of have everything else. They got size, they got depth, they got shooting, they got defense, but they can't close.
I mean, and again, Mark Ziegler, you guys should be following him. You should be reading his work. Does an outstanding job for the San Diego Union Tribune for the Mountain West. And it's kind of like Mark and Jeff Grammer are kind of 1A, 1B. And then it's like all of us are way below. Right. But you guys do an outstanding job. What did you make coming in here tonight? The atmosphere.
Oh,
I know you see it everywhere. I mean, the pit was rocking. I mean, I know pretty much everywhere San Diego State goes, I'm sure they get a sellout crowd. But the confetti is still on the court here, and they storm the court. And I know, again, San Diego State has won the league. That's great. But for Boise State, they're trying to lock up an NCAA tournament bid. But what did you make of the atmosphere tonight? And I guess for Boise State, what this win meant for them?
Well, it's good for the league because I think Boise State is in now. I don't think anything that they could do would knock them out. I mean, it's a question of what seed and where they're going. And it's going to be a tough game no matter what, but they're in the tournament. I don't think Nevada is in the tournament right now, and I think they've got some more work to do. So, but in that respect, it was really good for the league. I thought the atmosphere was incredible in here. I don't know what was louder when Jalen House made that layup, put him up 1 with 6 seconds left in the pit, or on any of those threes that Max Rice hit tonight were just incredible, and it was so loud in here. And I love this arena too because I love the old school balconies. You don't see that very much in arenas anymore.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the old Boston Garden of Mac Court in Oregon, which still exists, but they don't play any more games in it. They have their new arena, but it's I just looking at it right now. I just love how everyone's on top of you.
Yeah.
It's just a cool atmosphere to be in when it's full. And I've seen it here when it wasn't completely full and it was still nice, but when it's full and there's an energy buzzing, I think that's a cool thing.
And again, I know San Diego State, I mean, I don't want to say this game meant nothing for them. They're trying to lock up the number 1 seed. They're trying to improve their seeding in the tournament. But I think this win did mean more for Boise.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. But that said, I mean, and I wasn't with. Usually, I'm with the team almost on a daily basis, so I didn't have a really good feel about. They did celebrate quite a bit at New Mexico, as you can imagine. I mean, they win in they get the two things that need to have happen. They need Boise to lose. They needed to win in the pit, and they get it on a 3-pointer at the buzzer. And they just went nuts in the locker room, and that's hard to sort of refocus and recalibrate and come here and play a game. But I got the sense they really wanted this game, and I think because of what happened last year, and they've lost now 4 or 5 in this building. They lost Mount West tournament final against Boise last year, and so I think they wanted this, and I think you could tell they wanted it. And I think that's probably what makes it hurt a little bit more for them, because it meant something. I mean, they can still get the outright title if they beat Wyoming at home, and
which they should.
They should.
Come on.
It should, because they don't lose very often at VS. But I don't think it's going to be as easy as they think, because there's going to be a little bit of a hangover from this. They're going to doubt themselves a little bit, and I think the crowd will kind of pick them up and kind of get them across the line. But it'll be a little bittersweet for them, because I think they really wanted this.
What is the status of that roster in terms of guys that are? I know a lot of guys already used their COVID year this year, but for guys that for fans that saw this team tonight, who is gone after this year?
So Matt Bradley gone, Gueco Rope gone, Nathan Mensah gone, and Adam Seiko gone.
Which is a big part of their team.
That's 4 of their 9 guys.
Yeah.
Now they have 2 freshmen that are really, really good and just couldn't get any time. They have 2 really good freshmen coming in next year, and then they'll just go in the transfer portal and get 3 or 4 more guys.
Yeah.
They'll go get another shooter to fill Matt Bradley's spot, big time player. I think they're going to need a big. But they're going to have Jaden Ledee back. They're going to have Micah Parrish, I think, is going to have a big year next year.
He had a big shot at one point in the game.
He's made a lot of big shots for them. He's been very good. I think Trammell and Butler will both be back. Keyshawn Johnson's the one I don't know. He's going to graduate this year. He could come back for a COVID year. I think that's the one that's kind of 50-50. I think the rest of the team will be back.
What do you make of the Mountain West tournament? Final thing, we'll let you go. Again, you have a flight in like 8 hours. I know the team does as well. But, Boise State still has to win the game at Utah State to lock up the number 2 seed. Otherwise, the tiebreaker probably goes to Nevada. So Boise State's looking at the 2 or 3 seed now. But just this tournament in general, I mean, would it surprise you if we're looking up on Saturday and it's Boise State and San Diego State for the title?
No, I mean, nothing will surprise me. It's I have a lot of teams that either kind of had a disappointing season and want to get some retribution, and they can do that at the tournament. So I think you're going to have a lot of motivation there.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have some other teams that, have better seeds, but they're not very deep, and they get into a situation when they're playing 2 and 3, twice in 2 days, or 3 times in 3 days, or 4 times in 4 days. And they're going to wilt and they could get knocked off. So I think it's a pretty wide open tournament, and I'm not even sure what San Diego State's mentality is going to be at this tournament. They've traditionally gotten to the final. I'm not sure it does them any good. I don't think it changes their seeding.
Last year it looked like they already had the seeding set for the NCAA tournament before the Mountain West tournament even started. Boise State wins the tournament and still was an 8 seed. So.
Yeah, I mean, this is what happens. I mean, it's the Mountain West. We got to realize that. The selection committee is not sitting there going, "Hey, what's going on in that Mountain West game?" And watching it, in their bunker hotel conference room. I mean, they've slotted in those teams probably on Thursday, I'm guessing, and it's done. And it doesn't matter what you do. And it's weird, because you want to win a Mountain West title. It's fun. It's great for the kids, but at the end of the day, it probably hurts you because you got to go play an NCAA tournament game in 3 or 4 days. You need to save legs. You need to refocus. It takes a few days to come down from that and start practicing. And particularly if you get one of those Thursday games, or you're in the first 4, which could happen, 1 or 2 teams in the Mountain West, I think it doesn't really do you a whole lot of good. So it'll be interesting to see how San Diego State takes this tournament. And so if they don't take it, if they don't go there and do what they can do and what they normally do, it's a wide open tournament.
Yeah, and you wrote about it. You talked about it. I mean, 0-4 last year. What is it, like 2-18 or something crazy?
Like one of the last 11. I think.
Something like that. I mean, but
it's a big issue.
They got to win some games this year.
And I don't know if they are. I think it's been a competitive league. I don't think it's good league. I don't think any of the teams are really, really that good. I think they're very even, and so there's been great games and it's been great atmospheres. And I think they've also kind of trick the metrics a little bit. I don't understand how or why, but it's just, I call it a metric mirage. I just don't see some of these teams mean the 15th team in the country, the 30th team in the country. I just don't see it. And I think the problem is going to be for them in that slot between 6 and 11 in the NCAA tournament are going to be all power conference teams with a couple Mountain West sprinkled in there.
Kentucky, North Carolina,
Auburn,
Duke, Auburn,
Oklahoma
Missouri,
State,
Oklahoma State, West
UNC.
Virginia, last year's, UNC in the national championship game last year. So, good luck to the.
And that's what's going to happen is they're going to go play a team that's going to be taller. They're going to be stronger. They're going to be more athletic. They're going to be battle tested from these ridiculously tough leagues.
Boise State saw that last year, having to play Memphis.
Yeah.
The number 2 pick in the draft, Jalen Duren, playing in that
terrible
game.
matchup. I mean, Indiana and Wyoming, Michigan and Colorado State. I mean, all these teams just got pushed around and punked on the boards. And I think we're going to see the same thing, unfortunately. And I mean, the conference needs to win some of these games.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they're going to do it, but they need to do it. And I thought the best shot was, and in a weird way, could have hurt the conference tonight, was for San Diego State to get up to a 5, which is where they kind of were coming into today. I think they're going to slide.
They're not going to lose a lot.
But they were the last 5.
Okay.
So they go one slot down there in the 6th line.
Boise State was favored in the game tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think
so. Maybe not. Maybe they'll stay there.
We'll
but
see.
if they're a 5, you play a mid-major.
I do want to.
If you're 6, you play a power conference, and there's a big difference.
I do want to let you go, but a lot of people are talking about San Diego State on the YouTube chat here, going to the Pac-12. Maybe this won't be a conference game, won't be a game at all here moving forward. What is the latest in terms of what you're hearing, and how many more trips are you going to be making to ExtraMile Arena here?
Well, I think there's 2 things that you have to keep an eye on. Number 1, will they get invited to the Pac-12? Yes, I think 100% they will. The second part, though, is will there be a Pac-12 for them to join? And I think that's 50-50. And I wrote about it earlier this week, or last week, and I think it's 50-50. I think that the TV deal that the Pac-12 is trying to negotiate is so bad, and they're going to have to get streaming partners, and they have to put you on behind a paywall. And I'm telling you, no football or men's basketball coach is going to want that. And they're going to tell their ADs it's going to kill us in recruiting, and we're going to be irrelevant. And I think you'll see, unless the money is a lot better, which I don't expect it to be.
Yeah,
I think you'll see the Big 12 come and make offers to an Arizona State, to a Colorado or Utah. Or I think the real big fish for them is Oregon and Washington, trying to get them in the Big 12 and say, look, I know you want to go to the Big 10, but come to the Big 12. We'll give you a free out if you get invited to the Big 12. To the Big 10, but come to us right now. And if you see any of these groups of teams do that, the whole thing falls apart. And what you're going to see is you're going to have the Oregon State or Washington State, maybe Cal, maybe Stanford, these leftovers kind of merging with the top of the Mountain West. And I think that may be a more realistic league down the road. Now, is that now or in 5 years? But I think that's what we'll end up seeing.
Final thing, Mark, and we really appreciate your time, but what is your take on Leon Rice? What is your take on this Boise State program? Obviously, San Diego State has been the top premier team in this program for a long time, but Boise State looking at back-to-back NCAA tournament appearances, the Mountain West regular season and tournament champions. Last year, you mentioned they've won 3 of 4 or 4 or 5 in this building. No one's denying that San Diego State is not the team to beat in this league, big picture. But what's your take from afar of where Boise State has become as a program here?
Well, I told Leon this before the game. I think Tim Miles will be coach of the year. I think Leon should get some consideration. And I wasn't saying that to patronize him. I really think he's done an unbelievable job with this team this year, because I don't want this to be taken the wrong way. I don't think this team's that good. It's not that very deep. Lost so much off of last year's team. Abu was just an incredible player. I thought he was the player of the year last year. And you lose those kind of players off that team, that kind of size and strength. And you can see how big and strong San Diego State is, and that's why they won this league.
Yeah.
But when you lose that kind of size and strength, and to have what he has left over and been able to challenge for the title, still might even get a share, but probably get the number 2 seed. I think has been remarkable. And so, that speaks to Leon. And I've talked to the San Diego State coaches before, and I've asked them, kind of privately, take yourselves out of the equation, who's the best coaching staff in the league? And they've said, without a doubt, Boise State. And not just because of Leon, because of Bernsey, because of
Tim Duryea.
Duryea is incredible, and all the way down. And it's a very good coach staff. And that's the thing. One of the secrets to San Diego State's success is they have a very, very veteran coaching staff that's been together a long time. A lot of those guys could be Division I coaches, but would rather be at San Diego State. So I think it should be a lot of a lot of props given to Leon and his staff on the job they've done with this team this year, because with another coaching staff, and again, no disrespect to the players, but this might have been like a 5th or 6th place team.
Yeah. Oh,
And-
yeah. They're picked third, and I think that was a lot of respect for them.
Yes.
Given what they lost.
Yeah. 100%. So I think people should be proud of, and I know people are upset about the San Jose State loss. You kind of see that coming. I mean, they were just getting worn down, and that's what happens. I mean, Degenhart played 38, 39 minutes tonight. I mean, it's impossible for those guys to keep going and going and going. And you get on the road in a dead building, and it's just hard to find the energy to keep going. And you knew sooner or later it was going to bite them, and it did. But other than that, they've had an incredible season.
Well, again, San Diego State was up 9 with 6:16 to go. Couldn't finish it off. Boise State comes back, gets the win. Mark, we appreciate your time.
Yeah.
Folks can read him. What's the website for the paper?
Just the San Diego Union Tribune.com.
Okay. Yeah, check it out online. You can read him on Twitter as well. He does a great job covering the Mountain West. And I know you got a flight in like 6 hours, so we appreciate you coming on. Thanks a lot, Mark, for everything. He is the best in the Mountain West in terms of beat writers. Check him out, Mark Ziegler. We appreciate him for coming on, and great insight there. And if he's giving props to Boise State, then that obviously deserving of it. Let's see. Strong closing choice with Mark, San Diego Union Tribune. Let's see here. The show won't end until Extra Mile turns the lights off. Yeah, I mean, I'm about to end it, but if you guys want to keep it going, I guess we could. Where do I subscribe to Ziegler? Just subscribe to Bronco Nation News instead. Again, $70 for the whole year. We'll throw in a gift card. We'd love to have you. Again, it's $1.35 a week. I mean, is that really that tough to do? $1.35 a week. We'd love to have you. $70 for the whole year. We'll give you a gift card to the Blue and Orange store. We'll help you out. And again, it helps us. We're traveling on the road. We're sending Colin Mitchell to the women's Mountain West tournament next week. We're going to be the only media outlet in Boise covering the women's tournament next week. Colin Mitchell will be there with full coverage. So it costs money to do all this, and we would love to have you guys subscribe. And we appreciate all of you that already have. If you're on the fence, I'm not sure why, but jump on in. We love to have you. BroncoNationNews.com, and we'll give you some goodies if you sign up for a subscription. What is your choice for Cutwaters? I'm going to go the Mai Tai. Have you ever had the Mai Tai? I think is outstanding. Colin, have you had the Mai Tai? I have, yeah. Colin has had the Mai Tai. He's a fan of the Mai Tai. I think the what else we got? The Mai Tai, the Long Island is a good choice. The White Russian is not bad as well. There's you can't go wrong. There's like 30 something flavors, and I want to go back up here to the graphics so I can make sure I try to not forget any. We're going to go, let's go with the, they're all great. The margaritas are great. They have a strawberry margarita that I really love. The Mai Tai, the pina colada. The pina colada is an outstanding one as well. I know Karen Rains, my wife, loves the pina colada as well. So, check out any of the more than 30 flavors of pre-mixed premium cocktails. Let's see. You have to reschedule the Circa meetup when the women get to the final. Yes, I have thought of that, Jordan. Yes. If the women are in the final of the Mountain West tournament, we will change that. We'll meet up before the game, after the game. I hope that's the case. Yes. I hope that my wife says the White Russian is her choice. She's still watching the pina colada as well. A lot of great choices. Is Colin old enough to drink? Somebody is asking. I think he is finally 21. Code 23. Colin is 23 now, so he is good to go. Yeah, so we're happy to hear that. But let's see. We got folks saying see you in Logan and in Vegas. Looking forward to that. Get Colin on the show. Where is Colin? Colin, get over here. There's Colin. There he is. Colin, what do you make of the game tonight, man?
Let me take this earbud out. It was obviously a shocking game. I mean, the shocking ending. It didn't necessarily look like it was going to end that way, but it's been the story of this team. They're resilient and they know how to pull it out and win. I don't know how some of those Max Rice shots went in, especially the one that was banked in off of. I believe he tipped the steal, right, and then got it passed back to him.
Yep.
So
the one before that, he missed a free throw, got the offensive rebound, hit a three. I mean, it was just. I can't wait to go home tonight at 2 a.m. and rewatch this game because I have no idea what happened.
Yeah, no, and it's just extremely impressive. I don't know San Diego State gets tons of respect, but the experience on that team, we were talking in the middle of the game, their sixth man, Adam Seiko, played high school basketball with Marvin Bagley, who's been in the NBA for several years now, a national champion at Kansas, and Remy Martin and Cody Riley, a guy that went 6 years at UCLA. So
And now you're going to be covering the women's tournament. We're going to Logan on Saturday. So I know you went to Arizona State. You're still riding high on the half quarter from Desmond Cambridge. But what'd you make of the atmosphere tonight, man?
It was a great atmosphere. It was definitely the loudest that I've heard ExtraMile Arena, and they were engaged. I mean, obviously there were certain points in the game where it seemed like every time that Boise State did something good, San Diego State answered and silenced the crowd. But eventually, after that N1 shot right at the left of the free throw line here, it was after that, what was it, 14-0 run? I mean, it was just an unbelievable ending, and they had the final answer. So.
Well, heck of a win, Colin. Nice work as always, man. Again, we'll both be in Logan on Saturday. Looking forward to that. And then you will be. This guy's going to Logan on Saturday, and then he's going to be in Vegas on Sunday.
Yep.
If all works out for the what time's the game Sunday? 7 p.m.
The game's at night, so yeah, we'll go
7 or 8 p.m. So we'll have full coverage of the women's tournament. Starting again, the only local outlet heading to cover the women's tournament in Las Vegas. They'll be there starting on Sunday at some point in the evening, and then the men's tournament will start on Thursday. Colin, nice work, man. There
Absolutely.
he is.
Thank
there
you.
he is. Appreciate Colin Mitchell. We're going to end the show with that. Appreciate all of you guys for checking us out. Still record viewership. We've been going an hour and 20 minutes. We're going to go ahead and finish the show here. I've still got a full story to write. Where we still want to rewatch the game too. So I'm going to go have a Cutwater and watch the game myself. Thank you to everybody for checking us out. Again, thank you to Lithia, Ford of Boise, RowPaint.com, all of our great sponsors, Cutwater Spirits, ICCU, the Blue and Orange Store, TCS, Transportation Compliance Service. Go support the sponsors. This is a free show, a free service to you, and we're very thankful for everybody that's checked it out. But thank you so much for checking out the show. Hopefully you guys will, again, we're an hour and 20 plus minutes, and we still have 163 people watching on here. So, by the way, the Max Rice player of the game, we'll go ahead and give the Matt Bauscher Real Estate player of the game to Max Rice. 26 points. He was 5 for 8 from 3, 9 for 16 from the field, and I cannot wait to go watch the last 10 minutes of that game and hear the call from Rich Waltz and our crew over there on CBS Sports Network. But what a finish for Boise State. The Broncos win this one. We got Jordan K out here still shooting crazy shots for 3 from half court. But Boise State, again, wins this one 66-60. In my opinion, the Broncos are going dancing. That's it. They're done. It's a lock. So, again, appreciate you guys all for checking us out. Go subscribe. If you like what you're seeing, I know money's tough. There's not a lot of money out there. You guys are working hard for your dollar. I appreciate it. But if you can help us out, $6.99 a month or $70 for the whole year. If you sign up for a year subscription, we'll get you a Bronco Nation News t-shirt. We'll get you a round of golf at Timberstone or a gift card at Blue and Orange Store. We'll hook you up. Appreciate you guys, but it does cost money to put these shows on, to get Colin on the road for the women's tournament. So appreciate all you for checking us out. And again, if you can support our efforts for these free shows here, we'd love to have you. But we had Brock Rice coming on live. We had Mark Ziegler. We had Brian Dutcher, Leon Rice. I mean, what a show for the last hour and 22 minutes. So thank you guys so much for joining us. And again, BroncoNationNews.com. When you wake up tomorrow, you'll have full coverage, full story for subscribers on the win, my thoughts on the win as we move forward here and what it means for Boise State. So that'll be available for subscribers at BroncoNationNews.com when you wake up. Colin will have the email for subscribers as well in the morning. So appreciate all of you guys. Thanks so much. Have a great night. Again, 66-60 the final, the Lithia Ford of Boise postgame show. RowPaint.com, ICCU, the Blue and Orange Store, TCS, all of our great major sponsors. We appreciate you. Max Rice, 26 points. Full story coming at BroncoNationNews.com. Have a great night. Go subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning, John Mallory, 9 a.m. in about 9 hours and 25 minutes. By the time I get home, it's going to be about 6 hours probably. But we'll have John Mallory talking Boise State basketball at 9 a.m. tomorrow. We'll have Jay Tuss on Friday. And then Colin and I will talk to you from Logan, Utah on Saturday. So have a great rest of your night. The Broncos are going dancing, in my opinion. We'll talk to you later. Bronco Nation News, BroncoNationNews.com.